as generally recognized, equality is a status that every human being should feel, realize, and enjoy. This status is not a privilege, but a right. And it leads to the empowerment of individuals and communities. The denial of this right leads to a status of discrimination and disempowerment. Discrimination against women is a global reality, and it comes in different forms such as distinction, exclusion, and restriction. Despite numerous international, regional, and national commitments, extensive discrimination against women continues to exist in many countries, violating their rights and respect for human dignity, obstructing their right to participate on equal terms with men in the political, social, economic, and cultural life of their countries. Discrimination against women takes place directly and indirectly, and in multiple and very subtle ways. Sometimes there are certain aspects of our lives that we simply do not question, but result in discriminatory results. Language is one such unquestioned aspect of our behavior, which intersects with gender to result in discrimination and disempowerment of women. A new line of research is uncovering a surprising and less obvious possibility. That is, the very structure of certain languages may shape gender norms in a way that limits women's opportunities, placing them at a disadvantage compared to men. So, language intersecting with gender perceptions and norms, often concretized in communities as gender roles, impacts women at different levels and at different scales as they belong to different nationalities, ethnicities, religious groups, castes, classes, and are often assigned the role of agents of culture. The relationship between language, gender equality, and empowerment of women is, according to my understanding, twofold. One, language could overtly discriminate against women and disempower them. Or two, language could be gender neutral, but because the context in which it is used is gendered and biased against women, the results could carry different, the process could carry different results for men and women and discriminate against women, place them at disadvantaged positions compared to men, thus disempowering them. Therefore, the national language policy, any national language policy for that matter, ought to be sensitive to these lived realities of women whose lives are socially demarcated and defined under various categories based on their ethnicity, religion, caste, class, etc. Because otherwise, the fundamental right to equality and non-discrimination, which is recognized in many national constitutions, including the Constitution of Sri Lanka, would be a delusion. Therefore, I believe that this research project should be carried forward with consciousness to discriminatory language as well as discriminatory outcomes of neutral language that are used in laws, policies, regulations, guidelines, directives, as well as in verbal communication.